All right, so we are answering this probability question. Let's give it a read. It says, suppose that 82% of residents of a certain town have had their flu injection this winter, and we're representing those who have had their flu injection with the letter F. Next, we're told that 34% of the residents who are under 21 years of age, we're told that 34% of the residents are under 21 years of age. So 34% of the residents are under 21 years of age, and we're representing that with the letter U. Finally, we're told that 21% of the residents are under 21 years of age and have had the flu injection. Okay. Finally, we're being asked to find what is the probability that a randomly selected resident is 21 years old or older. So that would be U dash. Let's all appreciate that. 21 years or older. If we know that U is under 21, we're looking for U dash, and has not had the flu injection. And has not had the flu injection. Well, if F is having the flu injection, that's going to be F dash. Now, I want to draw everyone's attention to the word and. That tells us that what we're dealing with here is the combination of events. And we know that the best way to approach questions like this is by using a Venn diagram. So if they're asking us to find where the probability of a randomly selected resident is 21 years old or older and has not had the flu injection, we're really looking just for the intersection space between U dash and F dash. Perfect. So let's now find out what U dash is going to be. Well, U dash, is simply going to be we'll deal with 100%. Instead of just dealing with 1, we could just say it's going to be 100% minus U. So in other words, what's going to be? U dash is going to be equal to 100% minus, and we know that U in this case is 34%. So 34% of the residents are under 21. So that simply means that 100% minus 34%, which is going to be 66%, are going to be over 21. So hopefully that makes sense. The next thing that we need to do, so let me just do that, is we need to find F dash. F dash. And it's going to be the same logic. We're going to go 100% minus F. And in this case, F is going to be 82%. So it's going to be 100% minus 82%, which is going to be 18%. So that means 18% of this this town has not had the flu injection. And 66% of this town are over the age of 21. Now, can we put either of these pieces of information onto our Venn diagram? And we actually can't. We can't put anything onto this Venn diagram yet. And the reason for that is because we don't know how this 66 is broken up between those who are just under 21 exclusively, or over 21 exclusively, and this intersection space. We don't know how to break it up between these. So what are we going to do? Well, we go back to our question, and we see that in our question, we are told that 21% of the residents are under 21 years of age. So this would be U. So let me put a U here. And have had the flu injection. Well, that would be F. So we do have an intersection space right here, this 21%, but it doesn't go onto this Venn diagram. So let's actually draw another Venn diagram. So here's another Venn diagram. And let's make this U and F. And we know that 21% is going to go right here. So 21% are under 21 and have had their flu injection, which really tells you that people under 21 are very irresponsible, that only 21% have had it. But nevertheless, let's continue. All right, so if we know that 21% is the intersection space, and we know that U, where can I write it? U equals 34. Well, to find this space right here, it's simply going to be 30, that's percent. simply going to be 34 minus 21, which is going to be equal to 13. So this right here is going to be 13%. And if we were to come over here to this F section here, so the amount of people who have had the flu injection, we know that F equals 82%. Therefore, to find this F section is going to be 82 minus this 21, which is going to be equal to, let me actually move this. Let me actually write that again. 82 minus 21 is going to be 61. So this is going to be 61%. Perfect. Now you're probably asking yourself, what have we really achieved by doing this? Well, let's really break down what this 13% is. What is this 13% telling us? This 13% is telling us that these are the people who are under 21, so they're under 21. And what else does it tell us? Well, because it's in this region right here, it tells us that they haven't had the flu injection. So we could say plus no flu injection. So that means 13% of people are under 21 and have not had the flu injection. Well, could we put this information over here? Well, if we know that this U dash represents the amount of people who are over 21 and who are over 21, then that means that this 13% here is going to exist in this space and they have not had the flu injection. So this 13% is going to exist here. And the reason for that is because, let me write that a bit straighter. 13%. So the reason why the 13% exists here is because they haven't had the flu injection, which is this F dash, and also that they're under 21. So it's not in this region here because this U dash is over 21. So this is U plus F dash. We could also look at this 61%. This 61% is telling us, well, because it's not in this region, it's telling us that they are over 21. So they're over 21. And because it's in this region, it's telling us that they have had the flu injection. So let me go over that again. This 61%, because it isn't in this circle, that tells me that they're over 21. And because it is in this circle, it tells me that they have had the flu injection. So in other words, this is U dash plus F. So that means it actually exists over here. U dash because they're over 21 and they've had the flu injection, which means it's not over in this space right here. So it has to be over here. So 61%. Now, we only actually had to put one of these numbers down to get our final answer. But because we know that 66% of people are over 21, well, that means that this section right here has to be 5% because 5 plus 61 is 66. So too, if we knew that F dash is 18%, so in other words, 18% of people have not had their flu injection, and we know that 13% of those are under 21, well, that means 5% must be over 21. So you can see where probability gets a bit hard because there's so much language involved in it. So often people get involved in maths because they don't like language, but unfortunately probability really shoves the language in your face. So hopefully that made sense. It can get a bit wordy, and I do fear that this was a bit too much of a wordy explanation, but this 5% right here is your answer. It's the amount of people who are who are 21 years or older and have not had the flu injection. So that's what that space right here represents. Hopefully this was helpful to you in answering this question.